And we're off. Winsome George stood, bit of early speed out wide here with Astra and Power. You know the inside there we go to English Honey round the outside of runners there, as she said. Maybe one or two get run a little bit wide. Winsome George back there. You're Lucky and tailed off there last is What's Up Watto on the corner and doing it nicely. Here is Power. You know Rail opening up here. Spring Major Power. You know Spring Major English Honey. Then we go the inside. Winsome George, Astra, You're Lucky. That's been followed further back here now by, she said maybe if that wasn't in the call early on. And What's Up Watto has got shuffled towards the tail of the field here on crossing in the first of the day. Number 7, off and gone, wasn't it, to him? And we'll beat the 4, the 9, and the 1. 7, 4, 9, and 1. 18 and 64, so a nice run here too, Power, you know, for Wayne and Trace Steele. Off for standing was Belk Road. Speed out wide. Here we go to Screaming Skull. The inside of Runners Life Cycle. Crack it with a play. Another one up there too is Out of Trouble. Bit of trouble there. As I say, Out of Trouble. Life Cycle gets checked back. That also checked out of it. Crack it. That leaves in front here Out of Trouble. Might have caused the trouble. Down the outside, Big Roger Red. Rog goes past. Roger Red. Not chasing too well, fella. Then we go the way of the 6 Out of Trouble. There's a hell of a lot in behind. You can sort the balance out of yourself. Down the outside, we had Life Cycle. And closest still there would have been Screaming Skull. Gravel on Tin was back there. Further back in transit, we would have had Denali and the one that got into trouble at the back of the field there. But you'll find it will be the 2, the 6, and the 3. Look at them pack up going across the line. Haven't seen this happen for a while. They were stopping and starting, and 1931 tells the story. Round it comes. Set. Off. She jumps nicely today. Prairie Kachina along with Shelby King up wider. There we go to B Rabbit, followed there by Tongariro. Rail opening up here for somebody. Tiffy or couple went down there. Fancy Malluck and Fancy Rover. Scoey's two have gone. On the corner, Prairie Kachina. Round the outside comes Tongariro. Lining it up. Prairie Kachina kicks. Tongariro late. Prairie Kachina. There's Nostrils. Then we go back there to B Rabbit. They followed a gap in the field here to Shelby King. Further back would have been Teep Reader and for somebody Tiffy. And then we go to Scoey's runners, Fancy Malluck and Fancy Rover. A pair of them coming to grief off the top. Give your breath in this. Just a length. Tongariro might have got up the last hop here, I think. Over the top of Prairie Kachina. She just, well, I might be wrong. She might have held on. Here they go off the lid. And the 3 finds the lead. Tongariro round the outside for Clark. That'll make up for the last run if this gets home. And racing, Winsome Jenny away nicely, not as quick there as Pineapple Split, but Winsome Jenny pushes the inside of Pineapple Split. They're followed down on the inside of Runners by 3 Rivers back there. Now we go 2 Threat, pretty handy. The outside there is what that does. Little gap in the field there now to Mighty Surge and to Mega Surge. Then we go back to Zipping Will and last of all, Corborn Alpha. Off the top they come. Winsome Jenny trying hard. Pineapple Split out of the ruck comes Threat along the rail there. Now we go to what that does. Followed there by 3 Rivers, Zipping Will, and back there we go Mega Surge, Corborn Alpha. But she's in nicely. Gets home nicely, does Winsome Jenny. Then we go back there now too. We've got Pineapple Split. Threat has got home quite nicely. On the outside of Runners there on crossing, we would have had Mega Surge. Corborn Alpha has been followed back towards the tail of the field here now. And back there, 3 Rivers on crossing. She's done it and done it nicely. 30 and 35. She had to do a little bit of work in the early bit, hasn't she? 477, 15 and 51. And racing here, Will Hawk, slow speed, coming along here with False Accusation and out by the track. Drury, all the Coco there as well, pushing along the inside of Runners is Cool Time. Just getting a shuffle back there was False Accusation, followed there by Airwell Hawk and out the back door, Hellfire Elbrus on the corner and doing it nice. Drury's found the lead and it'll kick you home. Drury, Frankincense, then we go the way here of Cool Time. False Accusation picked itself up back there, Airwell Hawk, all the Coco, and the tail of the field there would be Hellfire at Elbrus. Drury. number 6, the 5 and the 1 here, as they've gone to the wire. 18 and 69, 6, 5, 2 and 1, wasn't 6, 5, 2 and 1, I think it was. Running 14.06, and that first split 4 and 63. And racing, Good Dispatch, who's going to come out in front there. Double Magic shows up out wide of the track. We go to Little Rascal, and wider still there now is Little Regis, and wider out the track we go to Headfield. What a charge. Getting pushed back, Little Rascal there, followed back there now by Josh Hart Rodriguez, and towards the tail of the field. Double Magic, good return. Up they come, and Little Regis will get away nicely. Then we go to Hetfield. That's been followed in photos here. We've got Allegro Chaser, Rodriguez, Josh Hart was in that pack. They're followed further back in transit here now by Double Magic, Allegro Chaser, and Good Return. Got a bit of get up and go, hasn't it? 6, 7 and 8, the running numbers. And then we go the way of the 2 here, 18 and 37, running 13 and 86. There, look at this for a charge. There's only one not in the pack, that's the 9. And racing, Sozen's Comet, fair early speed, Little Looks All Good goes to lead down round the outside of runners there. We got Lachlan, then we go to Sozen's Comet. They're followed out wide of the track here. Gainsford, Cosmic Mac, further back there we go to Allegro Chaser, and out the back Need to Chill, and winning is easy. They're coming after Looks All Good now. Along the inside comes Sozen's Comet, and down the outside Cosmic Mac, Gainsford, Sozen's Comet, and up there too was Looks All Good still in the pack. They're followed there by Allegro Class. So further back there would have been Lachlan. And back towards the tail of the field there was Winning is Easy, and also Need to Chill. G Complexion changed late. Cosmic Mac over the top for Schofield will get him. 8, 7, 5, 3, 18 and 64. Running 14 and 15. And we'll get that first split in a moment. They went 18.37 in the first. Ready? And racing, Clone Your Own, slow early speed here. Fireman's Legacy up wide of the track. There we go. Big Jamesy Donato with the play, and round the outside, Road to Vegas Boss. There's trouble. Getting shuffled back towards the tail of the field. Big Jamesy and Call Me Ralph got shuffled out. Also back there, Harvey Nichols, Clone Your Own. They swing for home, and Fireman's Legacy away. Fireman's Legacy, Road to Vegas Boss. Then we go Exponential Lily, followed back there by Clone Your Own. They're followed further back, Donato, Harvey Nichols. He's been followed towards the tail of the field here now. Big Jamesy and Call Me Ralph. Rougher than rough. Fireman's Legacy, it did what it had to do. Jump, find the bunny, and keep on a runner. 18 and 49 for the dog. Quickest before 18.62. Off and gone. 3, 8, 2, the 1. And racing, getting away nicely here would have been Angela. Bounced and found the lead out wide of the track. There we go to Corborn Crouch, tucked in behind them. There now is Royal Runner, Lena Allen. They're followed down on the paint here now by Thrilling Georgia. Gap in the field. There we go to Moore Park Miss, who completely missed away and tailed off last. There is Air Raid. Down the back they go. Angela try to kick into the race. Corborn crouched out on the inside. There we've got Royal Runner. They're followed further back in transit here now by Lena Allen. Thrilling Georgia boosting on the corner and still kicking. There is Angela down the outside. Corborn Crouch. Angela. Then we go Royal Runner, Corborn Crouch tight here, Thrilling Georgia, Lena Allen. They're followed back there now by Booston, and out the back there we would have had Moore Park Miss didn't kick, and Air Raid would be the last one home. Angela, 30 and 23. Dog finds the lead, dog wins, and it's done that. 5 to beat the 6, the 8 and the 1. About there. Racing, Pretty Chic only fair, bit of early speed out by the track. There we go, Check the Mail, and Fabio up with a play also. Big Fabio finds the lead. He finds the lead, 1-2 on Pretty Chic. Round the outside of runners there is Coolabah Blue, followed there by Check the Mail. The inside is Botany Blake. Further back in transit, there we go to Jesse Surfs, and also back there is Indy Road. Big Red Chev back there also off the top. They come in. Fabio, a learning curve for him here last week, and he lines him up the inside. Coolabah Blue, Fabio, Coolabah Blue. Then we go the way here of Check the Mail and Pretty Chic tight. They've been followed back there now by Botany Blake. Further back on crossing, we would have had the Big Red Chev, Jesse Surfs, and Indy Road. Fabio. Now the 7 will get you home here. 7 over the 8, and a time of 30 and 32. And he just looked a little lost here last week, didn't he? He hadn't raced since December. Ready. Racing shines bright. She gets out fair. A bit of early speed out wide there. Fortis Flyer does find the lead from the inside. Fancy Amigo. Then we go round the outside. Found Roman, followed there by Lucky Man. Off the track a little bit is Kiki Road. Jelly Gem back there. Don Draper shines bright. Plenty to do. Down the back, Fortis Flyer. The inside comes Fancy Amigo for Schofield. Kicking into the race comes Kiki Road. Will finish powerfully. Out wider we go to Found Roman. Followed back there by Lucky Man. Jelly Gem further back. Don Draper shines bright. On the corner, Fancy Amigo is still kicking. And Fancy Amigo will get you home for the outside there, Kiki Road, Fortis Flyer. Then we've got a lineup. We've got Jelly Gem, I should say Lucky Man, Don Draper, Found Roman was in that pack, and they followed towards the tail of the field here. On crossing would have been Shines Bright, just never, ever got warm. Take me home, Shines Bright says. Number 6 will do the job here, and that is a Fancy Amigo. And racing, Rotor Vegas Junior fair out wide. Arizona Sky and Cosmic Pearl show up in the early rush. Out wider still we go to Charlie's Funds. Along the inside comes Rotor Vegas Junior, a big run tracking him through as It's a Dream. They're followed further back in transit. Calamity Free getting pushed towards the tail of the field. Cosmic Pearl section. Up they come the inside. It's a Dream will get home. It's a Dream tight. Rotor Vegas Junior, Calamity Free. Then we go further back here. Charlie's Funds, Pink Bouquet cameras. And they're followed towards the tail of the field here now by Arizona Sky and Cosmic Pearl. As they've gone to the wire here, it'll be the 2, the 1, the 10, 18 and 75, the 4th one in the 7. Here 14.21 was the run to the post. Here, but a nice victory.